up? Hello and welcome to me doing something over here. But today, I really wanted to make the strawberry dress. But the Halloween version, and it's Rachel Maksy's fault. I'm gonna link her video somewhere, as well as the many other tutorials that I watched in order to give myself the confidence to try to do this. But while I'm waiting for everything to show up in the mail, I was going to trace some pattern pieces and just kind of make up some stuff to figure out the fit. I have made one dress out of a pillowcase before, and I've made many pin cushions over the years, but I'm by no means an expert. I'm going to show a little bit of that process and get started, and then I'll show you all the stuff when it arrives in the mail, and then I will show you the sewing situation. So come along for whatever the hell this is. You hanging out? You helping? I know. Usually when I have paper out, it's for you. I'm so sorry. And what I'm working with, I'm gonna trace this, folded the sleeves in. I don't know why I've just done this. Fold it in half. I'm using this low-cut scoopy dress to trace out what this neckline situation is supposed to look like right there. Yeah, I just made a half sheet so I can save the rest for the rest of the pattern. I don't know if I'm gonna have a circle skirt pattern or if I'll just trace that straight to the fabric. I've never worked with a pattern before, so this is already more advanced than what I usually do when I'm sewing. But we'll see. So I've just traced the bunched up piece that's going to go on the bodice part with kind of like the tulle ruching. So this was like a big yeah duh moment, but I have just realized that when you trace a sleeve, this bit is the armpit and this bit is the end of the sleeve. You can't see that. There you go. This bell curve situation is what your arm is going to stick out of. And there's basically no messing this up because it's just a bunch of fabric being gathered. I don't know, just, this is good. This is good. I'm going to try this and see how it goes. Quite excited. One big poofy sleeve coming right up. Anyone watching that actually knows what they're doing, please tell me if this is too much. But I'm gonna gather this and we'll see what happens. I'm only doing it, I think I want to do one layer of the back fabric with this, and no inner tulle, and hopefully that'll give me like a big woof, but still a little more subtle. So, I'm gonna write down sleeves. Excuse me, that's my torso and stuff. Can I have that? Can I have that? Sorry, honey. You can play this one. You can play with that one. Good girl. On it. But yeah, that was an interesting discovery that we figured out, huh? And now we're gonna get to maybe a mock-up. I don't know. I kind of feel like I feel like making a mock-up. I don't know. Don't have any fabric. I'd probably cut up like a blanket. That's a bad idea, right? Blanket strawberry dress. Fleece winter edition. Ah, thank you. So I got nervous about the bodice piece fitting, so I have taken a pillowcase and am sacrificing it to the sewing gods. We'll see what happens. I forgot to update, but I've begun pinning. I don't know if you're supposed to hem stuff and then pin it all together, or if you're supposed to pin then hem. I'm gonna pin and then hem. That made it really hard for me last time I was making something, but I'm gonna figure it out. Those are my sleeves, and here are some embellishments. I think I'm gonna use some buttons down the front, because I am turning this into a shirt once it's all said and done. So it's not just a useless mock-up. Okay, hello. I look like a mess. I don't recall what the last update was, but I'm gonna show you what I've got so far. So, I think the last I showed you, I had the sleeves like this, attached to the garment, but, you know, still all thready at the bottom. And I've successfully... So I sewed the buttons. I made some weird hand-stitched button things because I didn't realize you're supposed to stitch first, then make the holes. So I had made the holes, and then I just kind of like hand-stitched loopies. I don't know. It works. It works. I'm not mad about it. I think it looks cute. It's handmade. It's got charm and character. Moving on. But I've made this poofy sleeve, and I'm actually like, I'm quite proud of it. I'm very excited. This was so hard. Ignore all of the like thready bits in there because it's hemmed. It's hemmed. It's elasticated and hemmed. I've done what I sought out to do. I'm really excited to do this made out of tulle because right now I've made kind of like a Prince Charming, Lord Farquaad, very like structured sleevey bit, whereas I think with the tulle it'll like lay a lot flatter and look a lot nicer. But yeah, my one mistake, other than the bunch of threads, which I think is just inevitable as a like first time poofy sleeve, I don't know what the proper stitch to use on this would have been. But my one thing that is an actual like big fuck up that was not, you know, due to me not having any prior knowledge, was I didn't cut a second strip of elastic before encasing this one in here, so I'm going to have to guesstimate the size, which I just wrapped it around my bicep and like this is what came out, so I can just do that again, but it's really bothering me that they're not going to be exact. Besides that, I've enlisted some assistance. As you can see here, they kept crawling on my desk, and Tippy took it upon herself. I wish I found it. Oh my god, it was so cute. But I gave her a little square piece of embroidery thread, and she went after that like nothing ever before. Like, side note, side tangent. If you guys have never heard of the theory, I don't know if it's a theory, but the concept of like your cats messing with your stuff constantly because they're trying to help you, like they see that you're frustrated, so they are coming over and being like, hey, like this is making you mad, I want to help you, let me attack this problem. And if you give them, like, if you're doing homework and like crumple up a piece of paper and give it to them and go like, here's your task, let's tackle this together, they want to help, they're collaborating, and it's really cute. And I love it. Like, it's a thing. It's gotta be a thing. Because I gave Tippy the thread, and there she is, of course, my assistant. And she did a great job. She murdered it. She literally killed it right in front of me. And I gave Snow the little piece of fabric, which is over there. And she got it. She dragged it. She played with it. But it was, like, in a different way than what they usually... I don't know. I'm going insane. Okay, so now I found, shake the whole table. I found the easiest way, ignore sunshine, I found the easiest way to start this process is to make the elastic into a loopy, and I watched this girl's tutorial, and she made like a little square, she overlapped these, and then she made like a little square box around the perimeter, and then a diagonal. I aimed for that, but I got a miss. fabric to bunch up into this little of a space. So the best way to do it, again, the tutorial that I watched, was to pin it around the edge. So I'm going to do that now, but I'm only going to do it on 2 points. So like the middle of the sleeve and then the inseam armpit bit of the seam right across from each other. I did try to pin it at 4 different points, and it made me too nervous as I was pulling the elastic that I was going to like let go and one of the pins was going to get in me. I also pinned them sideways as opposed to like straight on, so that helped a little bit. The other thing that I know I'm doing wrong is I think you're supposed to take this bit, and as you can see, this is 2 layers of fabric. I think you're supposed to iron this down before so that everything is stitched together like really neatly and nicely. I did not iron anything. Like I said, this is meant to be kind of a mock-up trial thing to see if I can even make the strawberry dress, but ideally, if you're a smart person and not filming on your floor at 11 p.m. while your husband is streaming on his Twitch, you would have ironed this down thusly, and then pinned and sewed the elastic on. Alright. Here's my thought process. I'm working on like the construction of a garment and like understanding the bits that need to go together. So like the fact that a t-shirt is like 2 square pieces attached to 2 bead pieces, which are joined here, here, and here, you know? Like, getting those basic concepts in before the technique, which I think, like, in school, at least from what I remember, the one sewing class that I had, or sewing module even in, like, a semester, what they do is try to teach you technique first, and then the construction of stuff, and I just wanted to jump straight into the designing, and that's why I've been so hesitant and bored with sewing. So we'll see, because it's keeping me engaged, it's keeping me doing it. I'm not making pin cushions. I literally remember making like 10 pin cushions in my entire life, so that's why I keep referencing to that, which is too many. Like maybe one for your mom, one for you, and then like a second one because you made the first one really badly, and that's it. That's all you need. So now I'm really happy to finally be doing some real sewing. I'll see if I can find a picture because they're really cute. I did hand stitch some little felt fruits for an art project. I wanted to make a painting and I really needed a still life for it, and so I made my own felt fruits. It was very like, don't hug me, I'm scared inspired. But yeah, that was really fun. I don't know, I guess there's no rules to sewing. Just start where you want. I'm having a good time. That's my synopsis of that. In case you're wondering what the process of filming this looked like, I'm carrying a hat, my prop, and an easel so that I can take photos without a tripod, because an easel is so much easier. But at least I look like I'm on Little House on the Prairie. That's intentional. That's fun. I'm going home now.